Later, they built Ellis Island, to which most immigrants, those of you who are fortune-rich Americans, either your great-grandparents came through Ellis Island, if they came from Russia to get here, and Ellis Island was the main processing point for immigrants to make sure that they were not sick and that they had no infectious diseases, and that they had a place to go in America where they would not become reliant on welfare. So these Russian Jews came to America in the late 1800s in masses, and they were not the Talmidei Chachamim for the most part. Talmidei Chachamim stayed behind in Russia. It's interesting because Talmidei Chachamim, a lot of them were supported. They either married into rich families, they had positions, or they were supported by the community. So Talmidei Chachamim did not feel the same sense of drivenness to come to America. And many who came went back very quickly. There was Rabbi Weinberger who came in the 1880s and wrote bitterly, maybe 1890s, sorry, wrote bitterly about the reality of America and quickly turned tail and ran back to Europe. So what happened was that these Russian Jews were there to try and make a living and try and succeed in business or whatever else they undertook. And therefore there is this myth as the Russian Jews entered New York Harbor, they threw their tefillin over the side of the boat. Now this would have been very hard for most of them to do because most of them traveled in steerage. Steerage was where the cattle class, where there was first class on a boat, second class, I think there was also third class, and then there was steerage. Steerage was where you basically were cooped up in very unsanitary conditions inside the boat for the several days it took to make the passage. And so I'm not sure how much deck time they actually got to be able to throw their tefillin overboard. But in any event, there was this notion of, if whatever we have to do to make a go in America, we will do. And of course, this led to several major ramifications. But first, let's mention that the Russian Jews flew America, and my wife's grandparents, they ended up in Seattle in the late 1800s.